Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Monday, the 25th day of Tamuz and the 5th day of July. Okay, today's halacha is a famous one. You all know that if a Siyum is made during the 9 days, then all the participants of that Siyum can have a meat meal, even though, as we learned yesterday, you don't have meat and or wine during the 9 days. But if you have a Siyum, then at that meal celebrating the Siyum, you can have meat and wine. But what can you make a Siyum on? What if you just finished a small little piece of learning? Can you still make a Siyum on that? So the general rule is that it should be either a Masechta of Gemara or a Seder of Mishnayos. Seder of Mishnayos would mean like the whole Nezikin, the whole Nashim, all of the Mishnayos, or it could be one of the books of Chumash, but it would have to be one of the books of Chumash with all of one of the Pirushim, like the whole Bereshis with all of the Rashis, or something like that. Those are three types of things that would qualify as a Siyum big enough to warrant the serving of a Seuda made out of meat. Okay, now as far as the scheduling of a Siyum, you're not allowed to overstretch the idea. Like, for example, if you and a chavrusa finished learning a Masechta 7 months ago and you saved the last line for during the 9 days, that's not so proper. That's not really a siyum that happened during the 9 days. That's the last line you saved till the 9 days, and that's not so appropriate. Similarly, if a Masechta was nowhere near finished, then you just raced through the end of the last 10 blot of the Masechta just to finish it during the 9 days. That's also not so appropriate. It should be somewhat like it's naturally on a schedule and it finished right around the 9 days and you read the last lines during the 9 days. That's when it is more appropriate. Now, relying on this Siyum idea to have meat every single night of the 9 days is not so appropriate either. So if you're going to schedule a meat Siyum during the 9 days, speak to your rabbi about how to schedule it appropriately and properly and be using this halacha in its appropriate fashion. Thanks for logging on, and log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.